You're fine.
She thought it was over. He was finally moving out, but the damage wasn't done yet. In a house torn by tension, a woman stands her ground while chaos unfolds around her. A final argument turns violent. He grabs her by the neck and shoves her hard. She falls. Her lip meets the pavement. Blood. Silence.
Salute, squad, and welcome back to class. A Goodbread salute to my brothers and a Goodbread salute to my sisters with sense. Now, today we got another one. This one comes from the Crime and All channel. So if you do not want to hear my commentary and my educated truths, you want to go on over there and watch it for yourself so you can continue to believe the foolishness that you've been taught. You are free to do so. But for the rest of y'all, we finna stay right here and we finna break down why these sisters be needing people to tell them what to do. When the door in these relationships be wide open, but yet and still, these sisters need people to tell them to use the door. And we gonna talk about how you brothers, I'ma need you brothers to learn. You can't go touching on these females. I know they weren't raised right. It's not our job to understand them. It's our job to love them, but it's not our job to understand them. And when you don't understand them, you can't go putting your hands on these women. All right, guys, now let's get into this.
You been?
Good.
You want to call us, miss? What's happening?
Battery, family violence.
Honestly.
The window's not cracked, is it?
No, it's my door.
Okay, just make sure that's...
Yes.
Okay, so what's happening?
So, I'm in the process of moving.
Yeah.
Ending it.
It's okay, breathe, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. Let me ask you this first while you catch your breath. You don't feel like you need EMS or nothing, right?
Correct. I don't.
Okay, cool. So whenever you can, explain what happened tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this is not the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I made a report the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Again, ending it, and it's just, we're moving out, doing all that. And
Are y'all married or no?
definitely not.
Okay, just make sure.
And it's just, we got into it. Because we have 2 little kids, and he just, doing a lot. Unnecessary, yes. Like, removing the washer and the dryer. Just stuff that I know I have to pay for and do additional stuff when, again, the convenience of having it in my house.
Yeah.
So, we get into it. We're downstairs. That's his man cave area. He's, again, removing his stuff out the house.
Yeah.
All this good jazz. And it's just, yesterday, when he came with the U-Haul, he removed, again, the washer, dryer, stuff that he owns.
Yeah.
Great. Whatever.
Now, that's a red flag. Truthfully, I never been big on no man cave. You supposed to love your whole crib. You supposed to like your whole environment. You're not supposed to just isolate yourself to a little corner, a little section of your shit. This is what I mean by make sure you in your shit so you can like the whole environment and not just have to isolate yourself into a man cave.
Then I get back. I'm looking at my house and it's in a freaking disarray. Just like dumping stuff everywhere. And
Like you got his stuff and he intentionally made a mess on top of it.
Correct. Because I have kids, so, I'm constantly cleaning.
Yeah.
Constantly doing everything. So I'm seeing this and it's just like unnecessary. So his PlayStation, whatever that might be, there was like some water leaking. That had nothing to do with me. And that's the point that was really annoying. He feels it was water on my shoes. Let me say that. Water on my shoes. I'm in the area trying to say, like, are you going to clean up this area? Do I have to do that as well? Because, again, I've been having to clean up constantly. And this is stressful with everything that's packing. Just doing the work. So that's when he grabs me like this, throws me on the ground. And this is right by that white tub. I have like a little, that's the garage door on the left-hand side. And when this all did occur, my left side hit the pavement area.
Yeah.
So it feels tender, but
Guys, I repeat, you got to keep your hands to yourself. But on another note, right? You see how their stories all match up, right? They stories all match up. You don't get to pick when you want to stop being a helpmeet. And I told y'all with the Remy Ma situation, you just can't. You cannot just stop being a helpmeet. Like, and there's no real reward for being a good woman. Like, and it sucks, yo. That shit sucks because they do a lot. A real woman do a lot, and that's her job. Like from God. Like, I don't make this stuff up. But you're going to see a lot of women that just want to throw the towel in. That's what it sounds like. We don't know why they're breaking up. For all we know, she could have cheated. Normally, when they want to run, when they want to move, it'd be because they cheated. And the relationship just over now. So it's like, fuck it. Let's just start it from scratch. Who knows? But it be happening. So ignoring it, acting like it don't be happening, is crazy.
Go for it. So, you said he grabbed you by your neck and pulled you down?
correct.
Of course. It's hard to show me on you. Could you just reach over and show me where he grabbed you and pulled you down? Was he face to face with you?
He was behind me. He did one of these.
So he grabbed you from behind and pushed you down onto your left side?
Correct.
Gotcha, okay.
Thus my lip brushing against the pavement.
Can I see that?
Now I do have a little piece on this side. That's not it. We're talking about right here.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Okay. And you said that y'all weren't married ever.
Correct.
And y'all have 2 kids, you said?
We do have 2 children.
Never married.
Never married.
Okay.
And he's like,
yeah.
It's understood because I'm moving. Me and the kids are moving. He's staying wherever he's going to be staying.
Mm-hmm.
That's understood.
Yeah.
But it's just unnecessary.
Had he ever been legitimized as the dad or no?
I know that there was a period where he stated this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I never received any paperwork.
Yeah.
No calls from any type of departments about it. So there is that.
As far as you know, he's not been.
Correct.
Okay. Which I'm sure if you've looked into it that much,
I have,
he has no legal rights to the kids.
Correct.
Okay.
When he's not legitimized, correct?
Yeah, if he's not legitimized and y'all weren't married when you had him, he has no legitimate rights to him, as in there's no expected custody exchange. I can't speak necessarily on child support or nothing like that, but I know custody-wise, he has no expectations of that.
Okay.
You said that stuff like this has happened before, and you reported it before?
I did, yes.
Was that here or no?
It was still at this location.
Okay. He is staying somewhere else, though.
I believe so. I mean, like, he has a degree, but he's still just driving Lyft.
Yeah.
He's coming in and out the house.
Has he been sleeping here at all?
He has been sleeping on random items of art, the couch or stuff like that, chairs.
Are you worried that he's going to return tonight or no?
I don't feel like that. I don't feel like he's going to be coming back at all.
I wouldn't either, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if it's something that dumb,
yeah. But I know he still has miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah.
Like a couch and a love seat, which, again, needs to be removed.
Yeah. And it's not something you just run by and pick up.
Exactly. Because he, again, turned in the U-Haul already.
Yeah. Is he driving a truck? You said he drives a Jeep.
705, 705.
So I'm just trying to say, like, I don't want to press charges, but I definitely want him to not be in my face.
Yeah.
Like, not in me and the kids.
Did you get scratched anywhere else that you know of?
I honestly haven't looked yet.
You were dressed the same?
I had on jeans and like a sweatshirt. So
yeah, there's not going to be any more scratches anywhere else.
Exactly, right.
Okay. Let me get your lips on the body camera. Because I can, but it's better if I got it on body camera.
No problem.
Ooh, don't do that. Pull it back out like you did earlier. Alright, and there it is. But right there. See where it's nicked. And a little bit on the inside. It's not too bad.
Right.
There isn't anything else. So, I consider it good news, but news maybe to you, not good news necessarily.
Okay.
In the state of Georgia, we have the Family Violence Act. The Family Violence Act is in place so that victims like yourself in this situation do not have to want to pursue charges or request that we pursue charges. We pursue charges on your behalf.
Okay.
The reason it's in place is not necessarily for your situation, because he is on his way out, but it's for that wife who gets beat up by her husband every few days, and we get called out, and she says, well, he said he won't do it again, and we get out there a million times until he kills her. That's basically why the act was put in place.
Okay.
So in this situation, I am going to pursue charges for battery, family violence.
Okay.
You also asked my dispatch about a protective order, restraining order.
That was the main objective, yes.
Which this can help that a lot, because the report's going to be through us, the warrant's going to be through us.
Okay.
Well, you might not know. Do you know where he lives now, or if he has a place that he's about to move into?
I have no idea. Like, he has been real secretive on where he's staying. He stated that he's not staying at his sister's or his mother's house.
Okay.
So, obviously I know he has friends, so I don't know their addresses. I don't know specifically their last names.
It's harder with that, just because the way that it's called a temporary protective order, that's what you initially get. The way that works is you apply for it in the county that he resides in. And if you're unsure about where he is exactly, that's where you run into it.
Okay.
Sister, mother, do they live in Douglas or they live around?
They live in the area.
I would, if you wanted to get the ball rolling on that, I would contact our magistrate office, explain, hey, this incident happened last night, there's been stuff like this in the past, I'm getting worried for my safety and my children's safety. I want to apply for a temporary protective order. I can get you some numbers for the share house and stuff like that. But basically that's what you see in the TV, restraining order, 100 yards, can't contact you, your family, can't show up unannounced, all that good stuff.
Okay, I have another, go ahead, I have a question though.
Oh, go ahead, you're fine.
So, because everything is, oh my God, Mom, she's adamant.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
So, still everything's up in the air on where we're going to be moving to, me and the kids. If we're moving out of state, what's that process like?
It's a little bit more difficult, but basically, if you petition and you get that here, as in, you apply for it, the judge says, I see what you got, I agree with you, I think that needs to be in place, it'll follow you. Okay. There should be some contact with the jurisdictions. If I were you, if you did move to out of state or to another county, I'd advise them, like, hey, I had this in place there, here's my paperwork on it, if you contact this agency, you should be able to. I've been looking for a Jeep to pull up the whole time.
You and me both. Oh, it's just my next door neighbor.
Okay. Yeah, but with that, it's going to be the best way for you to get that petition in that other jurisdiction. Okay. Since you do have to apply for it in the county he stays in, it's less important where you live. If he lived in Montgomery, Alabama, that's where you apply for it.
Okay.
So where you are doesn't necessarily matter as long as that paperwork's in place where he lives. Because the reason it's done that way is because we, as the deputies of that county, are the ones who serve that paperwork to him.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like I said, I am pursuing this warrant, and if he does get arrested with us, hopefully they do contact you, or someone contacts you and tell him he's arrested for X, Y, and Z.
Right.
With that, it'll be a hell of a lot easier for you, because while he's with us, granted it probably won't be that long, because it is still a misdemeanor charge, he will have to see a judge that morning, and there probably will be bond conditions saying he can't have contact with you, but that won't last forever.
I know.
But that should be able to help you get a more permanent address to serve that stuff on them.
93A at 4532 Waving Willow Court.
You apply for it and you get it, and afterward he gets arrested, but we haven't been able to serve it, we could serve it to him in our jail. Like I said, it is a misdemeanor. He'll have to see a judge just because of what the charge is, that family violence thing I mentioned. And that's just so that if someone does get arrested in those situations, someone can't go up there that same night after he beat the shit out of his wife and bail him out of the jail. He's got to talk to a judge and explain to the judge why he's in there. And the judge decides on a bond or what have you.
Right.
But that's going to be my best bet for you in terms of getting that taken care of. Real quick, let me get your name.
Yes.
Were your kids present during any of this?
They were not. They were sleeping. And then once I got here, maybe about 45 minutes, an hour now.
Yeah.
You're not going through.
She's not going to stop.
No, I understand completely.
Yep. I took them. His sister was here. Her children's father was here. I'm assuming they didn't see it, but not too sure. They were probably on the same side waiting for him to, consistently move the stuff out. I don't know if they saw, again, because this door has no light.
Gotcha.
And the way his Jeep was right where, like, some toys and, like, miscellaneous stuff right there are. So, tentative if they saw that.
Yeah.
But, of course, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't say anything. Either way.
Yeah, no, I understand.
So, period.
Yeah. Okay. If you wouldn't mind, what is your name?
Yes, Shormy, S-H-O-R. M as in Mary, E-Y.
Do you think you'd be more comfortable tonight going somewhere else?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Okay. Just because I have a lot going on.
Yeah.
So, I'm just comfortable sleeping in my bed and relaxing, probably taking a bath, and drink some water. Because this is unbelievable.
Yes, I agree. It is super inconvenient and never a good time. Just so you are aware, I do have to contact him and see if he'll tell me his side.
Yes.
His side will most likely be it didn't happen.
Because he literally, I'm on the phone talking to my godmom.
Yeah.
And she's hearing this. So, I'm just like, and then he's saying like, oh, I didn't touch her. You're really gonna lie on me? Like, why would I lie about you putting your hands on me at my own house?
Yeah.
Feet away from my car. My kids are in the house.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it is ridiculous. Wait,
okay.
You mind pulling up his number though, so I can
Yes, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That was your mom or your godmother?
My godmom.
Okay.
Yes, my godmom in Wisconsin.
I was saying, I don't call my mom by her name at all. That's what I was wondering.
Exactly.
I was like, she's mom.
Okay. 1 moment, please.
You're fine.
Okay.
If you give me a minute, I can get you those phone numbers for the share house or our magistrate office.
Sounds
and
good.
I'll get you the case number for tonight, okay?
Okay.
Just give me a minute. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Everyone had 2 good
So,
spots. Nothing
sadly,
on
there is a
background.
shortage of business
No
cards
interrupt
that we have,
callback, but it
but
just finished
I can still write everything down for you. That at the top, case number for tonight. I'm Deputy Crumley, and that's our phone number at the sheriff's office. Do you know what the share house is?
I don't.
It's a
Like
battered women's
location-wise?
shelter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a battered women's shelter. This is the number for the one in Douglas County.
Okay.
Basically, they know the ins and outs of applying for that protective order. They've done it 1,000 times with other women.
Okay.
If you end up needing a place to go, they can help out with that. They're pretty much going to be the end-all, beat-all help for you to get. If you feel like doing it yourself and not contacting them, the magistrate office is where you're going to contact. That is our courthouse down by the hospital. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Are you talking about a little bit heading closer towards 20 near Hospital Drive, like Professional Parkway in that vicinity?
It's on Hospital Drive. It's almost directly by the hospital.
Got it.
The actual courthouse building. That's where the magistrate office is.
Got it. Okay.
If you call them, they can start getting you through the process. But the share house will be able to help you out. They're good at it. I mean, that's what they do. I recommend the share house. They're fast. They're 24 hours too. So if you feel like calling them right now, you can. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
But anything to get the ball rolling, that's better. My report's going to have everything I got from you.
Right.
It's going to be linked to my body camera, which has your marks on your leg.
There's no phone number connected with it.
And whatever the hell he says if he answers the phone. Doesn't answer the phone, I mean, he doesn't answer the phone.
Okay.
And it's going to say Douglas County Sheriff's Office whenever I call. So there's a good chance he might not answer the phone.
Yep.
But yeah. Any questions for me?
I think, so the warrant is, once everything is situated, the warrant's going to be out.
Yes.
He has to speak to a judge.
Yeah. I'm going to knock out the warrant. It'll be done and in the book by 6 a.m.
Okay.
And the morning judge will sign off onto it. And if he gets stopped anywhere all the way to California, it'll pop up that he has a warrant.
Okay.
Of course, if he gets stopped in California for some reason, they ain't bringing him back here.
Exactly. He's going to be stuck there,
but no, I mean, they won't pick him up.
Oh, okay.
Is what it is.
Really?
It's an extradition thing. If it was something like murder, then we'd come pick him up from California.
Got it.
But pushing someone down to the ground,
yeah. Gotcha.
Pros and cons, flying to the other side of the country.
I get that. I get that. Okay.
But normally, surrounding counties, they'll meet with us somewhere and we'll pick him up. I have no idea what the actual extradition limit is for something like this, but I'd say around surrounding counties, if not 50 miles from Douglas County.
Okay, so pretty much the metro area.
Yeah, he's around us. We'll pick him up and he'll come to our jail. They'll either take him to theirs and we'll pick him up, or they'll meet with us somewhere and we'll just pick him up right then and there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how that should work. If he does get stopped and you already have that in place, since he will be coming to our jail, we'll be more than happy to serve that paperwork to him while he's in jail.
Okay.
And you should be notified if he is arrested.
Got it. Okay.
But besides that, any questions?
That's it for me.
And to pick up a copy of that report, you know where our sheriff's office is? Okay.
Not too far from, across the street from the racetrack, right?
Yep, behind that new Burger King.
Got it.
Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, you can pick up a copy of that report. About 5 business days is what I say wait. So this time next week, there's some names on the back of that 3-5 that I did not realize were there before I wrote everything down. Just ignore those. They're nothing to them. Yeah. But if you're good, I'm good. I'm going to reach out to him. If he does show back up tonight, give us a call. If he does anything after a call him. He says there's coming there, whatever the hell he says. Or he comes and knocks on the door, says this is ridiculous. I'm not going to say outright I have a warrant for his arrest. I'm not going to push him that far, because that's when people get pissed off and decide to make dumber decisions of what they've already done.
Correct.
I'm just going to ask him for his side, see what he tells me, and it'll be documented. I don't see any reason, though, with you having that, why I wouldn't want to take out the warrant.
Right. My whole thing is, like, again, I'm just trying to do things right.
Yeah.
I still want him to be, present in his life.
Yeah.
And I just...
Well, with that stuff, if it is something you want him to have visitation, that is something that can be arranged.
Okay.
That's something a lot of people worry about, is like, oh, well, if I do this, he won't be able to be in the kid's life.
That's the biggest thing, because I get it.
Yeah. It's something that can be arranged. Just because he's a good dad or a decent dad doesn't mean he's a good person.
This is all factual.
Yeah.
This is all factual.
I know my dad, when I was a kid, he beat up on my mom.
Yeah.
Great dad, terrible husband. One of those things. But yeah, no, it'll be in there. And if we make contact with him, or if he says he wants to meet with me, I will take him tonight.
Okay.
I doubt he will. Like I said, he probably won't answer. They normally don't.
I know they don't.
Yeah.
So, okay. Sorry for all the tears.
Completely understandable.
Thank you.
Okay, but like I said, if you need us back here tonight, feel free to call. We don't mind coming.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a good night, and hopefully this is the beginning of the end of this.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yep, that boy going to jail. Fellas, for the last time, we build Rome. They don't build Rome. They help us build Rome, and they lamp up in Rome and chill in Rome, spin shit and all types of shit. But they don't build Rome. So you got to make sure you vet. Because remember, it don't take a day to build Rome, but it'll take one day. All it take is one day. Shit, an hour, and that Rome will burn. That Rome will burn. So just be more careful out here, man. Don't be so quick to jump into a situation. Vet every situation. Let's take it to the comment section. Also, hit the video that's going to pop up. That was yesterday's video. Y'all probably missed that.